The moon hung low over a quiet village, its silver light slipping through the cracks of an old cottage. Inside, an elderly man lay motionless on his bed, his breath shallow and slow. The air smelled of candle wax and time that was running out. Perched on the windowsill, hidden behind the lace curtains, was Lyric, a song fairy with shimmering blue wings and a voice as soft as the wind. She had been drawn to the house by the sound of sorrow, the quiet weeping of a man alone at the edge of his life. She stepped lightly into the room, her bare feet making no sound on the wooden floor. The old man's eyes fluttered open, clouded with years but filled with gentle wonder. "Who are you?" he whispered, his voice barely a breath. "I am Lyric," she said, kneeling beside him. "A song fairy." His lips curled into a faint smile. "A fairy? Then I must be dreaming." She shook her head. "No dream, old one. I heard your sadness, and I wish to sing for you." The man's fingers trembled as he reached for hers. "I am dying, little one." Lyric simply smiled. "Then let me be your lullaby." She took a breath, and the air around her shimmered. A melody drifted from her lips, soft and sweet, wrapping around the old man like a warm embrace. His body, once frail and weak, stopped withering. His skin, lined with time, remained unchanged. His breathing, once uneven, became steady. The song froze time for him. Days passed, then weeks. Lyric never left his side. She sang in the morning, filling his home with light. She sang in the evening, weaving magic through the air. The village, once mourning his inevitable passing, grew astonished as the seasons changed and the old man remained unchanged. Years passed. The old man, who should have long turned to dust, remained as he was on the day Lyric began her song. His neighbors, once younger than him, grew older, their hair turning silver while his stayed the same. Children became adults. Adults became elders. Yet he remained, and Lyric sang. But as time stretched on, a weariness settled deep in her bones. Singing every moment, every day, never resting, it drained her. She was not meant to hold time still forever. One evening, she paused. Just for a breath. The old man, who had been sitting in his chair watching the sunset, suddenly sighed. His fingers twitched. His skin, untouched by time for so long, shivered. Lyric gasped, realizing what had happened. She rushed to him, but he simply smiled. "Thank you," he whispered, voice soft as the wind through autumn leaves. For the extra time, a single tear slipped down Lyric's cheek. She had given him years, years he was never meant to have. But even magic had its limits. His eyes fluttered shut, his breathing slowed, and for the first time in so long, time caught up. As the last note of her song faded into the night, so did the old man. His head tilted to the side, a peaceful smile still lingering on his lips. Lyric knelt beside him, her wings folding around her like a sorrowful embrace. For a long time, she did not move. She had kept him here longer than fate had intended, but in the end, he had chosen to go. A soft breeze stirred through the window, carrying with it the last echoes of her melody. She rose, stepping toward the open night. She would always remember him, not as a man who cheated death, but as one who cherished the gift of time. With a final glance at the cottage, Lyric spread her wings and disappeared into the stars, her song lingering in the wind.